right. Good morning, Deer Valley. Yeah. Does anybody know the movie that's from?
Yes. Good morning.
Thank you, John Whitfield. Thank you, John Whitfield. You are old. It's still outside of Hook. I think it's one of Robin Williams' my favorite movie of that. But who's excited to be here? Yeah, I know it's not like the winter wonderland we truly expected, but I mean, there's truly no other place I would rather be. It is actually colder in Atlanta. It was a low of 18 in Atlanta than it is here, and it does not feel right at all. But as John said, this summit is really personal for me. Because it was at this exact summit 10 years ago that I came into the MediaPost community. And it was called Search Insider Summit back then. And it was here that I met people who quite literally changed the trajectory of my career. I met people in this room who told me, you need to be in the meeting when those conversations are happening, long before I really thought I deserved to be there. Long before I had the confidence to be there. These people made me a better marketer. They made me a better person. They changed who I was for good. And that's the thing about these gatherings. It is not about what you'll learn on stage. It is about who you're going to meet in this room. Because it's really effing hard to be a performance marketer right now. We have built entire careers on precision and predictability, yet now we work at a time when 60% of searches don't end in a click. 60%. We work in a time when every channel promises efficiency, but somehow it takes twice the effort to get it going. We spend more time defending budgets than we do optimizing them. We chase attribution models and algorithm updates only for them to change again, right? And when we finally get a win, finance dismisses it as it's like, oh, we had a good week. The weather was good. Awesome. Thanks, bros. It's exhausting to be a performance marketer. We spend so much time doing and chasing and reworking and letting it go and building that deck and sending that email. We get caught up and tangled in all of these shoulds, right? We should launch this test. We should adjust this bid. We should build this audience segment. We should reforecast the forecast that's already been reforecasted once the forecast has actually already happened. It's exhausting that we forget about what we actually enjoy about marketing. The part where curiosity creates clarity, where insights become impactful, where we focus on experiences over exposures and meaning over media. You know, Jeff, I already lost you. Where are you, Jeff? You talked about, hey, you guys shouldn't sit still. I actually challenge that, because when was the last time you actually sat still? There were no tabs open, no Slack notifications, no dashboards blinking at you, looking at me to analyze. When we sit still, that's when the work actually happens. That's when we're able to think and do our best work to keep up with all of these changes. But unfortunately, it's what we sacrifice the most because we have all of this minutia and all of the shoulds that we have to get doing. Because the truth is that what I think the truth is that we don't say out loud enough is the problem isn't the consumer, the problem is us. We blame the consumer for being distracted, right? They're on their phones all the time, they're reading so much content, they're multitasking, they're spacing out. But half the time, we're not listening to them. We're overwhelming them. We're not taking their cues. We are not checking to see if we're adding value or just adding to the noise. And we talk so much about audiences, but not enough about the awareness of the listener, about what it actually means when your message and your marketing truly resonates because you remember what it's like to be on the other side of receiving the message itself. Search, I think, taught us this. It is the igniter of all media channels, right? When you think about it, search is consumer truth at its most unfiltered basic level. Search will tell you exactly what a consumer wants and exactly what a consumer doesn't want at the exact same time. And that's why this summit exists, because for 3 days, you get to sit still. You get to break out of the shoulds and the minutia, and you get to come together with people who truly understand what it's like to work in an industry that literally changes by the hour. So take a breath. You're going to have to, because you're at 8,000 feet elevation. Find your people, and let yourself be inspired, be challenged, and a little uncomfortable in the best way possible. Because performance marketing has never been harder, which also means it's never been more important. So let's get into it. As a reminder, everything we say on stage is recorded and it is on the record. So do not say anything that you don't want AI and our future robot overlords to hear, right? But it is when the real magic happens, when the cameras come off. This will be in the hallways, it will be at lunch, it will be at breaks, it will be during the roundtables this afternoon, which are deeper dives into what we are going to cover on stage today. And we are going to cover a lot today. We are going to talk about measurement. We are going to break down the art and the science of defining the right KPIs, hearing from Warner Brothers, Stitch Fix, and Zinni Optical. We're going to sit down with Contour Brands to hear how they're modernizing the Lee and Wrangler denim brands to reach untapped female audiences. And we're going to dissect the AI buying platforms, because while they promise smarter targeting and faster optimizations and better efficiency, they also raise a whole other set of challenges that we're trying to work through. But first, if it's not AI that you're talking about, it's how do you balance brand and performance, right? I think 2016 was like the year of mobile. Like, this is the year of brand and performance. What's the debate? And you don't typically think about auto manufacturers being performance marketers, right? With long purchase cycles and an indexing and linear TV buys, like they have brand building down pat. And so when Volkswagen launched the Tiguan last summer, they partnered with actor Timothy Simons, who is the brother in Nobody Wants This, just in case you need the connection. And they leveraged his dry humor and relatable charm to do what they do best, build brand awareness. But the real marketing magic came this fall. And instead of a broad-based retargeting strategy, they honed in on one audience: Honda owners. So how do you transform a brand awareness campaign into a high-intent, high-efficiency conquesting strategy? Let's find out. Please join me in welcoming our opening keynote speaker, Jennifer Clayton, Director of Brand Growth Marketing at Volkswagen. Welcome, Jennifer.